Worldwide movement, peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq hollering at you one more again. All right. Everybody, a nice, cool spring day, right? Very comfortable. So I'm out just strolling, right? Thank you all once again checking me out. I love you all, each and every one of you. Thank you for helping me to build the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. All right, please remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when new videos are dropping. Listen, man, pretty quick one, but very important. I want to remind everybody to remember and honor your ancestors. No matter who you are, you have them. And they are far more connected to you in ways that many of us may not perceive, or ways that many of us may not know even possible, right? You know how you'll have that certain family member, usually a younger family member who reminds you of an older family member, or a family member who may have passed away, right? That's because their energy continues on in you, right? And we all notice that, oh, he does that just like his grandfather, or such and such and such and such. You know what I mean, right? Those traits that sort of just seem to continue on, right? I would say that there is a lot, in fact, that continues on in us. In fact, there's scientific evidence of that as well, wouldn't you know? That indeed we carry on traits of our parents, grandparents, our ancestors in our DNA, right? And even some of that is on a multi-dimensional level, right? Folks, your DNA is very special, right? And a lot of what we have not enacted, have not enabled, have not utilized in any way close to what we should be able to. You know how I'm always referring to us only utilizing essentially right around 30% of our DNA efficacy, right? Much of that we do not use or utilize is multidimensional, right? And has a lot to do with what previously we were told. Excuse me, it's funny, and I just chuckle a little bit when I even think about it. What we were previously told was junk DNA. The audacity to even pass that off as a scientific term is like, it's pretty funny in a ridiculous way. But anyway, much of our unused potential has to do with that, right? And again, along with that, in that junk DNA, right, we see evidences of things carried on from previous generations, right, in us, right? Folks, that connection is there on more than just your physical level. It is there on an energetic or spiritual level as well, right? The folks in your family that you are the most closely or deeply connected to will often tend to have that much more powerful of an energetic or spiritual connection to you, right? And given its nature is energetic and spiritual and not physical or limited to physical, it continues on even when the physical does not, right? So know that those connections are there folks, I tell you all the time, where I've said in many videos, right? And I'd be interested to get some comments on that as well. Love is the most powerful force there is, right? So, do you really think all that love just dissipates when your folks depart, right? No. It's here. It's here on this planet, right? And it's within you as well. Very powerful connection that we share with all of those who would be our ancestors. So they keep on caring about you. They keep on looking out for you in some way, right? In some way. And if we think about those little moments in our lives when those sort of esoteric things have happened to us that we do not readily have an explanation for, right? When those things happen to us, we tend to be very dismissive of them because our society dismisses these things, right? So we follow in suit often. But, for example, how many of us have experienced deja vu in our lives? Probably just about everybody's hand goes up, right? And some people experience it a lot. I would fall into that category. And we're finding out that those are multi-dimensional bleed-throughs to a degree, right? Where dimensions, and scientists can see this, where dimensions have these sort of intersection points, right? Sometimes that may manifest in a physical area on the planet. Oftentimes, it seems to manifest in an experiential way, right? So the connections that are there on an energetic and spiritual level are undeniable, right? And very powerful indeed, and lasting. And all within the fields of this earth, of this planet, excuse me. So, remember that your folks who love you don't just stop loving you because they're not in the physical form, right? They keep on sort of looking after you and looking out for you in one way or another. So we should remember them and honor them, right? In some way, I never suggest for us to live in the past, right? And certainly we should not carry with us any low vibrational frequencies, particularly emotions like loss and sort of that pain of mourning. That in fact, and what I'm saying, in fact, I would hope would lend itself to alleviating that just a bit, right? Knowing that you will always share a connection with those people, right? They never truly leave you. That is fact. They never truly leave you, at least not all the way, right? And I'm not talking about ghosts and whatnot. That's a whole nother topic. But yeah, folks, that love is powerful, and it's a powerful connection that stays. So it is one that we should honor, and we should always remember our ancestors, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, right? We should always honor our ancestors and remember them, right? And honor that connection and realize how deep and how far back that goes, right? You may go through a situation, where you may narrowly avert a car accident and sort of had a reflex that you really don't remember, consciously having. Sometimes you get a little help from the other side, folks. In fact, truth be known, we get a lot of help from the other side. We really do. We just don't perceive it on a conscious level, at least not yet. But we're making strides in that direction. But yeah, you may have a great, 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 great grandmother that just saved your life, right? In some way or another. Maybe gave you that little tickle of intuition that made you make a decision that saved your life. You never know how it will play out, right? But either way it goes, you have that backup. You sort of have that love in the form of those who've gone on before you, your ancestors. So remember them and honor them and love them, right? And I'm not telling you to or not to develop any or utilize any rituals. If you want to, go ahead and do that. If you want to, if you have an ancient or a passed down ritual or something like that that you want to utilize, do that. If you want to make up something new, like you can do in this new energy, make up your own ritual. Do whatever you want to do, or don't do any ritual at all. But just remember, right? And have that love in your heart and that honoring of your ancestors, those who have gone on before you. All right? Hey, man, listen, Big King Sadiq, I love y'all, all of y'all. Please stay with me in building this worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell some folks you don't know. Tell folks, of course, tell everybody you know. Tell just everybody. Spread the word, and let's continue to grow the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq, I'm out.